So guys, happy Friday. We've finally gotten through an entire week of uploads to the podcast the way it's supposed to be. 5 days a week, Monday to Friday. Yes, hopefully I can keep this streak up, and let me know what you're thinking of the podcast. Are you enjoying it? Is there ways that I can do it better for you? The only way I can make this show any better is by catering it to what you would like to hear within it. So definitely let me know either in the comments of whatever platform you're listening to, but it would probably be a lot easier for me if you were to just chuck me over an email at hellmouthhotline@gmail.com. Anyway, we're getting into the Hammer collection one more time. This is Demons of the Mind. Hope you enjoy the episode. Well, we're not finishing off the Hammer box set just yet. We're almost there. I believe there's only one more movie to review after this one. This one is Demons of the Mind from 1972. It's a horror thriller starring Robert Hardy, Shane Bryant, Gillian Hills, Yvonne Mitchell, Paul Jones, Patrick McGee, who is virtually unrecognisable in the get-up he's in this movie. At least I found so anyway. And this one here is quite a disturbing little film. I'm just going to look up a little synopsis on IMDb. It gives it here that I've watched the movie, but it's going to be a very hard one to explain. I'm maybe just going to brush over this one very slightly. But a physician discovers that two children are being kept virtually imprisoned in their house by their father. He investigates and discovers a web of sex, incest, and satanic possession. So it is, as I say, a disturbing little film. And you know, it's these two children are a little bit crazy, a little bit mad. There's a little insanity running throughout this family, and the father is trying to cure them of this madness that's running through the bloodline, that's based upon incest and whatnot. You know, just the bloodline isn't pure anymore, and he's putting it down to this sort of stuff. And there's a lot of other things coming there, like there's satanic possession brought into it as well. And you know, and I found the film to be a little bit disjointed in places. I think from watching the movie, I kind of feel like the producers got hold of it after the edit or after the shooting and took some stuff out that really shouldn't have been taken out. Like, I feel that there were some things that weren't there that really needed to be there. And you know, as I say, it just felt really disjointed. But yes, it's not a bad film by any stretch of the imagination, but just the story that they're telling here is pretty disturbing, and I kind of found it hard work to get through this one. And the end of the movie, where the two children actually end up getting chased through the forest by their father, he's lost it at this point. He's just, I'm going to end this one way or the other. I'm going to finish off the madness. And he's chasing them through this forest to hunt them down, kill the two of them, and then he's going to turn the shotgun on himself, essentially, by the end of the movie. But there's a whole other side thing going on where there's this monk preacher sort of a guy. He's built up a lynch party in the local town to hunt this guy down and kill him. So by the end of the movie, he's killed his son, and you know, you think that there's going to be hope for the daughter to survive, and he hunts her down, and he's got the gun trained on her just as the mob catches up, and like they hold him down and they drive a giant cross through his chest into the ground and kill him that way. Whatever demon possession that's holding this part of the land, it all comes down to this guy, and killing him's going to be the answer to everybody's problems. But this review isn't a great review, and no, it's just I didn't find the film fantastic, but it's visually it looks good. The acting is top notch. The stuff that happens throughout the film is, I found, slightly uncomfortable, and there's a lot of use of nudity in this movie, a fair amount of nudity in this movie that I felt really wasn't needed for this film. And generally I don't have a problem with that sort of stuff, but whenever it's thrown in there I just felt like the nudity was put into this film for the fact that we're going to need this here to make people watch this movie. That's what it felt like to me. And I enjoy the Hammer movies. I've enjoyed the Hammer box set, and I'll skip through the box. I'm going to hold on to the box set. I'm not going to get rid of it after I'm finished these reviews. I'm going to keep going back to check out a lot of the movies on this one, but this one in particular, Demons of the Mind, I don't see me revisiting this at all from here on in. Again, it's not a bad movie, but it's not a great movie. It's not one that I would say you're going to have to see it. But again, that's completely subjective on my part. Just because a film doesn't hit the mark with me doesn't mean it won't hit the mark with you. So if this is your sort of thing, definitely go and check it out. But as far as the Hammer movies goes, this is probably one of the weaker ones within this box set. And yes, we're just one movie away from the end of the Hammer movies completely. The next movie in the box set is the one that finished off the entire career for Hammer at that point in time. So we'll get into that in a few reviews time. This has been a production of Coins Age Media. Thank you so much for listening.